Hi there, Buzz's Retirement Garage. Here's our February update. So what are we trying to do? We're trying to take Social Security only and see if we can live on it. So we did December, we did January, and now it's February 29th. I don't plan on shopping today. Leap day, right? I don't plan on shopping, so I did the board, updated it for February numbers, and let's see where we're at. So for those of you who are impatient, who may be impatient, first thing, missingmoney.com. I did a video on this. It's through all 50 states. All the Secretary of Treasury from each state has used this website, missingmoney.com, to go ahead and try to, any of your banking or just anything where a business has some of your money and you've never claimed it, it's sitting out there for you. Just go to the website, try it out, check it out. I had a couple comments where some people found 25, 30, 40 bucks. It may be worth it to you, it may not be. So anyway, December, January, February. December we were plus 591. So what's that mean? That means I take my Social Security and my wife's spousal benefit, add them together, and then net off all of our expenses. So for December, because we did our Christmas shopping and food shopping and all that for Christmas in October, November, we were able to save $591. In January, which we talked about in the last video, we were at over $1,000 down. In February, this month concluding today, we're at plus 224. So the 3-month net, if you want to call it, is minus 203 or $68 a month. So I want to try to do this for 6, 7, 8 months, see how it goes. Remember, I'm trying to, when I retired in the end of September, my goal was basically to go back to work in January. I'm only 64 now. In January I turned 64. So I thought, well, let me see if we can maybe just live on the Social Security. Now I do have money. I don't have $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. I don't have $500,000. I don't have $250,000. I'm under that. But I don't want to touch any of that money that's in the bank. Why? Or in the stock market. Why? Because right now the stock market's hitting all-time highs. I'm making some decent dividend income and investment income. My bank at Third Federal here in Cleveland, Ohio, is paying right around 4% right now for a basically just a basic bank account, Super Savers account they call it. It was at 4.2, they dropped it to 4, but still, it's decent to hold your cash in. I don't want to touch that money if I can, and I'd like to go 6, 7, 8 months just like this, and then document this and try to whittle it down. Now, my last video last month in January, I had over 600 comments and a lot of great ideas. So let's go through this real quick. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I don't want to make this video too cumbersome, but let's go through it real quick. And again, if you have comments, go ahead and ask your questions. But listen to some of these details now, because I may answer them before you ask them. So Social Security hasn't changed from January. It's not going to change this year, I don't think, until next January 2025. So I get $25.20. My wife gets a spousal benefit of $12.57. So that's $3,777. You break down everything that we've got, and we're plus 224. This is February, this is January. It was easier for me to just do the columns that way. So our house taxes are $417. Now I had one comment that says, I would rather live in my car than pay $417 for house taxes. Well, let me tell you something, that's an option. You certainly have that option. But they're building houses. You can almost hear the construction going on right now, this close to me. And their taxes, I looked it up, Cuyahoga County Auditor.com, you can look up anybody's house taxes. They're paying $12,000 a year. So that's $1,000 a month right off the top just for taxes. Now that includes your garbage and your sewer, but the point being, $417 for my 3-bedroom ranch is not too bad. House insurance is $50. That hasn't changed. Cable and internet, that's a huge one. You guys had a lot of comments about that. I got dogged pretty good about that, rightfully so. My contract is going until May. I asked for a 2-year contract from our local cable company, Cox Cable, because I didn't want the increases that did happen. There was at least 2 increases that took place. I was not affected by those. So that $235 includes around 89 or 83, I'm sorry, for the internet, $83 for internet, 120 or so for the cable itself, and we do have our phone. We do have a home phone still connected. Yes, I'm old school. I'm in my 60s, right? So cut me a break here. But that's $20. So when you package it together, that's where we're at. We don't have a lot of premium. They gave us HBO Max, which is, to me, it's crap, but whatever. I don't watch it. That is something that in May I'm going to work on. I got a lot of good ideas from you guys out there, from antennas to Roku to Amazon Fire Sticks to someone mentioned about an Android box where you can get everything. I don't know if that's legal, but if Mr. Commenter, if you're out there on the Android box and you could give me some more information, I'd appreciate it. So cell phone, $64. Now I'm with T-Mobile. That's for 2 phones, unlimited everything. I upload videos and different things out on the road, so I'm not connected to my internet at home. So everyone keeps telling me Mint Mobile is $15. Yeah, well, Mint Mobile is $15 with 5 gigs of data. I go over 5 gigs, and I think it's because of the videos. Now, can I upload the videos at home? Sure. But sometimes I get caught up in different things, and I'll forget about it or whatever. So I'm going to keep that for right now, but I'm going to keep looking into trying to reduce from the 64, reduce that down maybe by 50%. I'll see. Maybe I could do mine and my wife separate. I'm looking into that. Life insurance, we talked about that in the last video. I won't get too much into that, but the $200,000 policy that I have, in case I pass, she's going to lose part of the Social Security that she gets, because she won't get both checks. She's only going to get one. I think she gets the highest. Yeah, her expenses are going to be a little bit lower because she won't have to feed me, but the bills are still static. You know, you still have your gas, your electric, your this, your that. So I want to give her $200,000, which will replace, 15 years worth of my my money, give or take. So right now I'm going to leave that, but I did reach out to my insurance agent, State Farm, and I did ask to get an appointment with them, and I'm going to do that here in the next couple weeks, just to review all the insurance products and what I should do, and maybe I can cut down on that $200, $209 a month. Health insurance, she's on Medicare, so it's like $164 or something. We have Plan N as in Nancy, which is around $88, $89. That works for us. I'm on the ACA, so I had Cobra last month, which was $560. Now I'm down to $232. The ACA plan the Obamacare plan that I'm on, is a bronze plan, but I picked up gap insurance. So the bronze plan was $88. The gap plan, which is basically accident and sickness, is $100 or $103, I think it was, and it comes with a dental and vision for $37. So, or roughly, so it's around $232 for all of that. And then in January I'll be on Medicare, so my costs should be around the same. What, 174 plus maybe it's going to be 100, 274, so it might go up a little bit, plus Plan D, which is drug prescription plan. Right now we're not paying anything for that through WellCare. This month for my wife it's zero cost. Yes, you pay for prescriptions, but I think we just picked up a 3-month supply of a couple of her medicines, and they were $3 a piece. So to me that's a good deal through WellCare. Go on the government website, medicare.gov, and you can see those plans that they have on there. Or get a hold of an insurance broker. They could help you out. Now, it's not open enrollment right now, but if you do reach the age where you're 65 where you can get on Medicare, make sure you're watching the videos, talking to your agent, and so you do everything the right way. Where are we at? Car insurance, 50 bucks. Now, people have told me, wow, you're only paying 50 bucks. Yes, it's a 5-year-old SUV. I'm through State Farm. I have my house insurance with them, my car insurance, my life insurance, so I get some discounts, but it's 50 bucks a month. Where are we at? So our water bill, of course, usually around 25 bucks a month. The gas is up a little bit from 128 to 140. Obviously, the winter's here in Cleveland. It's gone up a little bit, but still not too bad. Gas for the car, I was only at $18 for February. Didn't make a lot of trips. This SUV actually gets pretty good gas mileage, but I didn't go there. I'm retired. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, so restaurants. We spent $300 versus $240 last month. So we had birthdays in January. My daughter's is in February. So we combined some stuff. We got some pizza, and pizza's expensive now, trust me. My wife and I went to Red Lobster. That was 125 bucks. The cost of seafood is just skyrocketed. There's a place called Boss Chicken, and I have to tell you now, and as we get into the groceries, my wife has gluten intolerance, so she doesn't need or can't have gluten, so it restricts us on what we can buy and where we can go. And of course, if you are gluten-free or you have a gluten issue, you know that trying to buy gluten-free products raises that restaurant bill, or I should say grocery bill, a lot higher. So that should come down a little bit. We normally don't go out and spend $300 a month, but this in February we did. Okay, so now food. This was the biggest one, second biggest one, now probably the biggest one besides cable from last month. So food, last time I had the category of grocery and food combined, and I had $14.37 there in the red, and of course I got, let's just say people were on me pretty good about that, and rightfully so maybe. I hear some of these people, well, go to this website and or this YouTube channel, and they're going to show you how to eat for $35 a week. Okay, I don't want this to fall down. It's awful windy here in Cleveland today. But I have it stuck in there pretty good. There's a little backing on here. Anyway, so $14.37. I broke it down into food and then groceries, which I marked as new category. And I hope you can see this. I know one guy, I think it's a guy, one commenter said, I have serial killer handwriting. I don't know what that means, and I hope he's wrong. But at food, we did $7.17. Now, that did include the cat food, bird seed, litter, and stuff like that. So if you took that out, maybe it's 600 bucks. So, and then for grocery, it was $315. Now, when I say grocery, I shop normally at Costco and Sam's. I have not gone to Aldi's yet. I'm sorry, I haven't been there yet. I keep promising everybody since December that I'll go. I haven't been there. I don't know why. But we go to Costco and we go to Sam's. Now people ask, well, why do you have 2 memberships? That costs you money. Well, in this month, or February, I picked up $317 by using the Costco card, and then the Sam's Club card paid for itself as well, even though we don't go there as often, or I should say I don't have a credit card with them. I only have a credit card through Costco, and I got $317 back from Costco. Now I know there's, what is it, $120 a year for membership, so I'm still ahead of the game. Same with Sam's. I'm ahead of the game. It was I think it's $100. I get the higher membership, so I can get free shipping on stuff if I want. They also You know, I'm not real far ahead, but I'm just ahead of like $10, $20 on over their membership costs. So that's why I keep both of them, and it gives me the opportunity to shop sales at either one. Now, Costco also has a lot more gluten-free products than Sam's does. It's a negative as far as I'm concerned with Sam's Club. I wish they would do a better job of getting gluten-free products. There's a gluten-free on Facebook. There's a gluten-free, not website, but a page that talks about Costco's gluten-free products. And someone mentioned that they had fish as well that was gluten-free, breaded fish. I've never seen that before. And I did go pick some up last week when I went there. It's tilapia, which isn't the best fish, but it's gluten-free breading that they have on it. So I did pick up some of that for my wife. So anyway, the food, $7.17, the grocery, $3.15. Now, I also included in the grocery anything that I buy from Costco or Sam's, which means I got my oil done at the dealer for the last time because they rotate the tires for me. I put that, I bought oil after I got the oil change done, and I said, okay, rotation of tires and oil change is 85 bucks. Okay, I go to Costco and there's two 5-gallon jugs of zero weight OW20 oil for $37. So that's two oil changes plus, you know, pick up a filter, but that's two oil changes for under $40 basically. So I mean, come on. That's a good deal. So I bought that, but that it's included in my grocery. Along with tubs, I'm putting the plastic tubs, the clear plastic tubs. I don't understand why anybody does the black ones. You need the clear ones because you can at least see what's in them. But anyway, I buy those. They're on sale. You get 3 for $17 or something like that. I think that's a great deal. And I'm storing my Christmas decorations, reorganizing my garage using that. So anyway, the food is still, it's 1,000. If you add food and grocery together, it's 1,032, which is still lower than the 1,437 from last month. Now, another commenter did mention there was an extra weekend basically in there, and if I was shopping 5 times instead of 4, that could also increase my cost. So again, let's go 6, 7, 8 months and see what the numbers are gonna be. Miscellaneous was $4.14. In there is Girl Scout cookies. Hey, they're $6 a box now. So that was 12 bucks. We got 2 boxes. Of course, the Girl Scouts are smart. They got a gluten-free. One of their flavors is gluten-free. We had a lawyer charge, $125 for we had to send a letter, which I will do a video on one day. Let's see how things go. But we're still, last month we had lawyer, and this month we had $125 for a certified letter from the lawyer over some property. Also in miscellaneous, again, was the $85 oil change, and my $100 in lottery. Yeah, I'm still doing that. I know I need to cut that off, but it's $100. Now, out of the $224 that I have left over, I did invest $100 of that into my E-Trade account. Like I said, there's a few. I basically use mutual funds, exchange ETFs, and dividend stocks. So some of my favorites, and I'm not trying to steer you any which way, but I like Energy Transfer ET, pays the dividend. I like my bank, Third Federal Savings and Loan, pays over an 8% yield. They're pretty steady. They've been in business for a long time. They don't have a lot of branches. They don't make bad loans. I really trust Third Federal and Savings and Loan in the Cleveland. I think they have one in Florida as well, a branch. But they're small. They're not. I don't think they're ever going to get into a position. They've been around for 100 years. They're not going to get into a position where some of these other banks have folded and some ugly stuff going on in the banking business. So that was part of my miscellaneous. Now miscellaneous last month was $960, so we did bring that down to $414. So to summarize, let's go back to this again real quick. We can get you on your way. December, we were plus 591. 2018 negative. It was a bad month last month. February plus 224. And so for the 3-month period, roughly 203 down, roughly $68 a month in the hole. If I can go just taking less than $100 out of my bank account every month, I'm good. I won't go back to work. Now, add the YouTube income in, add anything else that I make, side jobs that I do for people, and I don't have any right now, but if there was, if I mow somebody's lawn and I get 20 bucks or something, I can live like that. Now, one commenter said, well, you're not going to Ruth Chris Steakhouse, and you're not taking your wife out to a fancy place, and you're not buying a new car. Well, you might be right on the new car part, but by God, I'm going to take her to Ruth Chris Steakhouse. Actually, we have Morton Steakhouse. If I feel like it, I will. The economy's doing, not the economy, but the stock market, well, the economy too. Besides the inflation on the food, and we're not going to get into politics, but besides the inflation on the food, the stock market, like I said, is doing good. Even my Bitcoin, I've doubled my Bitcoin. I don't have a lot in that, but I've doubled that so far in the past couple weeks here. It's doubled. So I'm happy about that. I don't know when I'll cash that out. We'll see. But the goal here, can I live on Social Security right now at 68 bucks? Losing 68 bucks a month, I can live with. So the answer is yes. In our case, we probably can. Are we going to have sacrifices? Yes. Are we going to have issues down the road? Yes. So am I going to have to work again? I don't know. But let's, and I never ask anybody to do this. In all my videos, 35 videos, I've never asked anybody to do this. I don't care if some of your YouTube channels say do it all the time. I don't ask you to like and subscribe. I just don't do that. We're 60 some years old or whatever. We know the routine. We don't need to be told every single video. It just drives me nuts. It's a pet peeve of mine. Oh, I did a video on pet peeves too. Anyway, if you can, just subscribe if you want to get updates, monthly updates on where I'm at with this. This may help you in your thinking when you're about to retire. What are your costs going to be? And as someone else did bring up a good point, try to do this before you retire. So, figure out your costs, figure out everything just do this, but do it well before you retire and see if it makes sense to you. Now, if you're sitting on $1 million or $2 million or $3 million, maybe this getting into this specific thing doesn't matter to you. But for a lot of us, and I think there's a lot of people out there that won't admit it, and that's why I am admitting it. I'm out here trying to help us. Look, and I know my numbers for Social Security are high according to what the national average is. I think it's 33,000, maybe 100, 3,100. So we're at 3,777. So we are above that norm or the average. But if this helps anybody, that's why I want to do it. If it helps one person to make a good decision, that's what I want this to do. So anyway, I'm not going to bore you with any more of this stuff. Any questions, comments, concerns, you know what to do. And we will talk to you next month, in the month of March, and see how we did. I appreciate you viewing, and take care of yourself. Bye-bye.